Hi everyone, we're excited to showcase the HighCharts Stock chart engine in wpDataTables. This powerful engine includes 14 different chart types, providing you with a wide range of options for visualizing your data. It's worth mentioning that this integration is not available in the starter and the standard license plans, so only Pro and Developer license plans are able to acquire the HighCharts Stock chart engine. Let's dive in and see what the HighCharts Stock has to offer. HighCharts Stock is an advanced open-source financial charting library that allows users to create interactive visualizations for financial data on websites. wpDataTables seamlessly integrates HighCharts Stock, enabling users to easily convert tabular data into stunning financial charts without any coding required. Plus, the HighCharts library, including HighCharts Stock, is free for commercial use, meaning you don't need to purchase a separate license to use charts created with wpDataTables on a commercial site. Now, let's dive into creating some of these charts. First, we'll create a column chart with dummy data for stock prices. Once you have your table ready, you can click on Create a Chart and start building your chart. After naming the chart, choose HighCharts Stock as the render engine. In here, we will choose the column chart. Move on to the next step. The data source, which is the table we just saw, needs to be selected in here. And in the next step, we choose the columns that will be used in generating this chart. We'll simply select all columns and move them to the columns used in the chart. On the next screen, you get to preview your chart and take a look at what it's going to look like on your website. An interesting thing about HighCharts Stock is that you can add a background image. So even though this chart doesn't represent any cars, we can use it just to show you guys how an image can be used inside HighCharts Stock. After the chart has been saved, wpDataTables creates a shortcode that allows you to add the chart to your page. We'll create a few more charts and then we'll add them all to a single page. In the next example, we'll create the OHLC, or the Open High Low Close chart. This is a financial visualization in which each category is represented by a vertical line, indicating the price range between the days open and close, with horizontal lines denoting the highest and lowest prices. It's also worth mentioning that a minimum of 5 columns is required for this chart type. In this case, since this was a manual table, we will not be selecting all because these are all automatically generated by wpDataTables. So we'll scroll down and select Date, Open, High, Low, and Close, and move those to the columns used in the chart. When we click on Next, wpDataTables generates a preview of the chart that you can see right here. So again, when we save the chart, the plugin displays the shortcode that you can use on a page. We will use the same table that we used for the OHLC chart to create a Spline chart and a Candlestick chart. So I will just be creating a couple of charts in the next couple of minutes. This chart, as shown in here, requires a minimum of 2 columns to create the chart. To create this chart, we'll just use Date, High, and Low. We'll add this to the columns used in the chart, click on Next. We see the preview, and we now save this chart. The Candlestick chart, again, uses the same table. So we will create a chart, select the Candlestick chart, and continue. The Candlestick chart, just like the OHLC chart, requires a minimum count of columns to be 5. So again, we will choose Date, Open, High, Low, and Close, and move them to this column here. Clicking on Next generates a preview again, and we can see the Candlestick chart. A great thing about HighCharts Stock is that you can press Control on your keyboard and just scroll with your mouse to zoom in. This allows you to see the Candlestick chart much better. Once we save the chart, it generates, you guessed it, a shortcode that you can use on your page. The last chart we prepared for this video is the Spline range chart. It will be using this table as a source. So again, clicking on Create a Chart, we generate the name, choose the render engine, and select the Area Spline Range Chart. Since a minimum of 3 columns is required for this chart type, we will select all these 3 columns and add them to this column and click on Next. wpDataTables generates a preview that you can see right here. One thing worth mentioning is that wpDataTables added a loader for charts and tables. So under loader, you can enable its visibility. While the charts are loading, your clients will know that something is going on and that something is loading on the page, so they don't skip it thinking that the page is blank. Now that we've saved the 5th chart, we can create a page where we can show them. If you're using Gutenberg, you can add wpDataCharts where you can select your charts from here. Another option would be to simply copy the shortcode and add it below this chart. Once all charts are added to the page, simply click on Publish. And once the page has been generated, we can take a look at it. And here you go. These are the 5 charts we just created, and as you can see, tooltips are available in all of them. You can hit Control and scroll on your mouse to zoom in. You can change the date range. You can scroll through it horizontally. Also, if I refresh the page, you will see these loaders, but only briefly, which tells your clients that something is happening on the page. There are 14 chart types available with the HighCharts Stock engine, but you've seen the essentials with these 5 examples. The process remains the same. Select your data, create your charts, and publish them on your page. That's about it. We hope you're excited just as much as we are about these new 14 chart types that are available in HighCharts Stock. If you have any comments, features, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. While you're here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified about all the new videos that we're uploading to this channel. Until next time, take care, guys.